No, so it's not. See, you need to look at it as a developer. Where is this whole thing coming into the user journey? Okay. For example, if you are just as you may say you want 100 coins, download this Flipkart app XYZ. Okay. Is that what you are trying to say, or you are trying to pass on the control to the user, saying these are the multiple apps or these are the multiple things available. For each of these actions, you can do each of these or get so and so rewarded back into the game. That's one. Two, is it from a game developer? Is it and the normal thing is one-to-one or one-to-many, right? Or many-to-many. How do you want to? Do you want, as even the best of the developers, do you want to go to 10 different partners and keep getting apps? That's another scenario. Third, is the whole thing only on app install, or are there multiple other campaigns? So can you run surveys? Can you run other social media engagement? You want to give users multiple choices that he does any of these 15 things and he get rewarded any of these things.
So can I have to follow up? So what would the fill rate be for, let's say, a decent Android phone nowadays?
So the good thing of an offer mall model is there is no fill rate concept, right?
Yeah.
So you always have things. And
but I'm not like, okay, you will have some offers or the other to show, but in terms of surveys, that's more interesting. Like there are companies who are doing surveys for monetization.
yes.
Like captcha, converted.
So we also run surveys with all leading brands and clients who want user data back, and I can't say that there is always a survey for everyone. It always, there is always a market demand, but there are enough options available to a user. No, so again, I'm just repeating. It is never. You will always have something for a user available, right? So, and just take it from a perspective again, very offline. If you start monetizing whatever, as in he comes, does 10 offers, collects 100 rupees. 100 rupee per user is far more than any ARPU which we talk normally, right? So that's why these models are far more relevant in India and all the emerging markets.
Any other questions we have?
Hi, right over here. I'd like to know your view on the modern Indian media consumer. It's been, say, post 2010. What have we learned about the person who's got these smartphones now, how they're consuming media, interactive media, games? Is there anything insightful or unique to India that we can use to monetize, other than just hearing the same old stuff that we are late adopters and a smaller ticket size to existing models in the West? Is there something unique and special about India that we can look for and use? And with the onset of the tidal wave of smartphones, something that's an opportunity for us that you can talk about?
I would make a comment on what we've learned, right? For that, you can go to the insights page on vserve.com. You'll see a lot of reports there. So I'm giving short answers, not trying to hog. But the other side of it is what that triggers off is the fact that with the advent of smartphone, there is a lot of data coming through, right? Again, right? And I again go back and say that it's important to actually churn that data to be able to give. So what we've been able to do from our perspective are being able to identify user personas. We are being able to identify clearly intent signals, right? And we are not saying, you just target an ad based on, age and, demographic only. You can actually now target by intent signal, right? And saying what kind of intent is he showing, right? And that data is getting richer and richer. And, my last point would be, this is just the start, right? And I would again want and urge everybody in the panel and everybody in this ecosystem to say, we should start believing in that data a lot more. We as a company have started believing in that a lot more, and I think that's the story is going to change, because what's going to happen is once this data is going to make the advertiser intelligent, right, on knowing how to buy media better. By doing that, it's going to help the eCPMs get better, right, and eventually it's going to make the yield better, right. So helps the ecosystem from that perspective. That's the point. But in terms of data points and what we can see, definitely have a look at the insights page. You'll see a couple of reports and insights there. You'll get a sense. But
Any real-time insights here?
real time.
No, only thing is we have some done study of our statistics. So some of the like 1526 smartphones are popular in India. What are the, besides some insights you can get from these reports?
So one more source.
Yeah.
Yes. Any more questions we have? Yeah. That's it.
Hi, my name is Vilas Patil. I have a question to everyone. When it comes to integration of your model, basically most of like vServer and everyone has plugins for Unity, right?
Sorry?
Plugin, Android plugin and iOS plugin. But I have not seen a common plugin for iOS and Android. Are you in process of developing that, or just going by the developing SDK or plugin for individual?
See, right now
layer?
we're launching the Android SDK, right? Single SDK, but that's as a mediation platform, right? So one SDK and you're connected to multiple ad networks, global, regional, multiple agencies. It's not just ad networks, right? Sorry?
He's saying OS.
Yeah, so I understand. I'm going back. So from an OS perspective, right now we're not looking at like one single plugin, but
No, I think. No, I don't
Any
know.
specific reason? I mean, any specific reason?
It has to be independent at
tricky
least
one.
right now. You have Android and iOS SDKs or Windows SDKs as separate. So at least I have not seen a very unified SDK same for all OS.
But you've triggered a good question for me to go and ask my CTO. So I'm definitely
There
gonna
are
ask
some
him this.
plugins which work very smoothly in both of the iOS and Android. That's the reason I asked the question. Thank you.
Any more questions?
That will be the last.
We'll consider this as
Hi, I'm Rahul from Bioff Studios. I have a very simple question. There's a lot of ad mediation platforms around. Why should we look into VMAX?
Yeah, so from that perspective, from an agency perspective and local knowledge perspective, right? Our platform will have agencies as well, right? Plugged in. So talk about all kind of agency demand. So that's going to be there. Second is the smart data layer, which is there as a part of that. So I think these two things. And because when it comes to local demand, agency level, you need local ground and pound teams, right? And we have that intelligence on the ground. So that's the advantage.
Thank you.
I think we are now done. We are out of time.
Sure.
So
Thank
we'll
you,
close.
Arpita.
Yeah.
I'll just request you to hand over that small token gift to the panelists.
Okay. Everyone gets a go key.
Should we get up?
As a photo. Real time.
Right. I think you just passed by something happened. Thanks.
I need them. I'm short enough not to hurt anyone.
Thank you so much.